I intend to be of service simply as a reflection of what you already know so that you may better understand yourself. Okay, so I'm feeling kind of relationshipy. So let's see what we have. Messages, goddess messages for the viewer. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. Oh, I love that. Okay. And then forgiveness, forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. And I did have children come out. Children are important to this partnership. Okay. All right. So I'm very much getting the energy of somebody who is extremely nervous, actually, like very nervous at this time. It feels like the starting of something new or like getting back out there, but not in an unintentional way. It almost feels like you already met someone. Yeah, it gives me the energy of like you've already met someone. It's not like a thing yet, you know? Um, you have done, it feels like you have, are you not ready? It almost feels like you're not ready or you're not sure if you're ready. That's kind of what it feels like. All right, let me get just like a couple more cards to lay it out, and then we will clarify with tarot. Confession. Pursuing virtue through honesty, releasing a secret. I think there's like a I think there's a part of you that's really not sure of moving on. Yeah. Endings that bring healthy beginnings. I think there's a part of you that is struggling with the idea of letting your past go. Peace, energy activation, and creativity at the bottom. It's almost like this is guidance for you, giving you permission to allow the past to be the past. And you're given this new opportunity. And it feels very much like relationshipy, and it might not even be there at this current point, but it feels very intentional. And then you're kind of like on the fence, like, I don't know, am I ready? Am I not ready? I feel like you've done the work though, especially with you've learned the spiritual lesson, so it's safe to trust now. For those of you that have children, I feel like this is actually I feel like this is a big component. So we're just going to focus on those that have children or your incoming energy has children. And they are going to play a big role in how you guys kind of blend, I think. Okay. All right. And then with confession and moving on, I believe that that's a secret within like you don't even want to admit that you're nervous about it. Or you don't yeah. The Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. All right. So you're like you've taken the time out. You do have a retreat on the bottom and you have the Four of Swords here. Like you've taken the time out to really assess how you feel about potentially moving on to something else, especially with the Ace of Cups. Like this is something that you want to do, but you're not focused on it. You are focused on the healing of your previous or past experiences. Like you feel like you've done the work there. You're almost kind of questioning. There's a little bit of self-doubt. Like, I hear excavate? Did I excavate all of the dark areas? Was I thorough enough in my self-examination? of the past, how it affected me, any baggage that I might be bringing over into a new relationship. Am I ready to take a step of like finding a relationship? Are my children ready? Is this going to impact my children? What if they have children? How is that going to work? Like, how do I feel about that? I feel like you are doing a great deal of very effective like analysis at this time about how you genuinely feel about this particular situation. Either you have a person in mind, but it's not even serious. I don't think that you even have met their children or they have met your children. I can feel how nervous you are. There is some serious anxiety here. Like you're like, it's kind of making me a little tense. All right. What are some of the emotions that the viewer is feeling regarding um, trust, maybe? Are we having problems trusting? Okay, so we have determination. Okay, I think that that is very much about the illumination of the spiritual lesson from your past. And then we have space and consciousness. Wow, that is really space and then consciousness. This is speaking directly to the mastery of that. Like you are, when I said you're excavating like the dark, like you are going into every nook and cranny and highlighting, you know, highlighting those dark places. Like you are lightening it up to make sure that everything is in alignment, that your conscious actions and intentions are, you know, not doing anything that is in conflicting with your subconscious mind. Like you are, that's where this confession and moving on thing is kind of coming into play. Like there's something about it that you're just like, am I ready? Am I not ready? I can't really tell. Like I kind of want to, and then you get all these extra like questions that are coming in. I don't feel like you have any problem with the the closing of the closing of your past. Like you're solid there. And the past is good. It's the moving forward. It's the moving forward part. Oh, see, even saying moving forward, I get that. Like it's almost like a rush of heat, like nervous heat. I mean, you know, nervous. Okay, anxiety and excitement are actually generated from the body. Like it's generated using the same chemical in the body. So the only thing that makes it different is your thought form attached to that rush of chemical. Okay, so for example, like public speaking, right, can be looked at usually very nerve wracking, very nervous. I'm so nervous to get in front of everyone. Um, that is because you have a belief system that says that it's scary. But if you say, I am so excited to, or like I get an opportunity to present myself and what I believe or what I think in front of a bunch of people. This is going to be so exciting. It's the exact same chemical reaction. It's the thought form that dictates whether it is a scary thing or whether it is an exciting thing. Another thing is like skydiving, right? Skydiving is very similar. Skydiving, you can either be afraid of it, which gives you nervousness, or you can be thrilled about it and that gives you excitement, but it's still the same chemical. That might help. Okay. Anything else? All right. We have sadness. What about it? And success. Fear at the bottom with protection and movement and ideation and frustration. Okay. So like, especially with fear and protection and then movement. Fear, protection, and movement. Like this is the energy that I was talking about, that moving away, changing the thought form, like moving away from that idea of fear, because there's nothing to fear. You just have to change your thought about the situation. Is there a part of you that feels like you should be sad, or like I almost get the vibration of, with sadness and success here, that you're holding on to the nervousness because you feel like some sort of like guilt, or okay, okay. Oh, all right. So not guilt. All right, 11:11 on the timer. I think that your past, like you loved very deeply. I think you loved very deeply, and that's the only reason that there is still residual anything. I'm picking up on an energy of somebody that loved very, very deeply. And that's where the feeling like, am I ready? Am I not ready? Like, where is that coming from? It's coming from the way that you loved so completely in the past. Okay. All right. So the energy of the moving on card, endings that bring healthy beginnings. There was a spiritual lesson in that love, which is never bad. It is never bad. So you loved, you understand the lesson. It's safe to trust at this time. Forgiveness is going to be, I think, a really big part of this. Forgiving yourself for whatever happened in the past, for still feeling like I should I even be happy? Like loved and lost, or however that worked. Loved and lost feels pretty accurate. Like loved and lost. I tried and it wasn't successful, and I loved very deeply and it sucked, and okay, and now it's over. You know, you've mastered the spiritual lesson, whatever that was for you, and it's safe to trust in yourself. You know, forgive yourself. It doesn't need to be fear. It can be excitement. All right, let's find out. Let's get a little bit more. Um, okay, so if we were to leave the past where it's supposed to be, and you're just fully you, and everything is wonderful, and you have this opportunity with this let's talk about the new person. Let's I kind of feel like you have an idea of the person, but you don't know, like it's not established like that. I don't know, is this a friend, or is this it doesn't feel like a long term friend. The lovers, the lovers to the six of wands. The lovers to the six of wands. This is a very good thing. This is a very, very good connection. This is going to work out. Yeah, this is going to work out. Is that what's giving you the anxiety? Like, is your intuition telling you that this is a very good thing for you? Healthy beginnings. I feel like you're coming in at a very healthy place, especially with all of the examination that you're doing. Like, you are looking at every single thing that you could possibly look at. Seven of Wands to the Sun. That's like this feeling right here. Seven of Wands to the Sun. You're like, I don't know. Should I be happy? Like, I feel like I shouldn't even be happy, right? I feel like I should, what are we like? Are we anti-happy? Like, are we just not allowed to be happy? Okay, wait, so why the Seven of Wands? Like, why so much on the Seven of Wands? All right, the Emperor, what about him? The Knight of Cups, the Ten of Coins. So, like, you're concerned that this person might be everything, and okay, all right, you're concerned about having like the king of all king energy offer you love and give you an empire, because that's what this says. And then Two of Wands at the bottom, like the idea of, okay, looking forward to that. Okay, are you projecting into the future with your experiences in the past? The Three of Pentacles with the Hermit and Judgment. Okay, so preliminary feeling about this is the idea of bringing in everything that you want into your experience. This almost feels like the idea of working together to make plans, like with somebody, to work with them in any way, is going to end, you're going to end up back in the same energy where you started with the Hermit. Like it's not going to work out with Judgment. You're going to be back in the same. That is, so it's fear, you're a failure. Six of Cups. Oh, is this about your children? So, yeah. So for those of you that have children involved, you're worried about bringing somebody else in and it not working out. If you don't have children involved, you are fearing repeat of the past. Well, I mean, that's normal, right? Well, why not? Why do you have to define it? I mean, I know that's what you really want, right? But why not just not define it? Okay, um, all right, tell me about what is currently supporting the viewer at this time. You already have the Empire. The Knight of Swords. And then the Tower. Okay, wait. What about the Tower? The High Priestess. Okay, this is going to be for somebody like super specific. this idea of moving towards like a Ten of Pentacles energy, like an Emperor, Empress energy, like even like there is a part of you that is either like, okay, this must be for like a pretty advanced person. Because even moving towards that dream or that lifestyle or that there's a focus, there's an amount of focus in worldly things that you feel like will derail you from your spiritual journey. Okay. How is that a supporting energy? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups. Queen of Cups at the bottom. Page of Coins. Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Okay. If you are sitting in a Ten of Pentacles energy already, this is interesting because I usually do specific energy. It feels like this is two different stories. That must be the difference between the children and not the children. Everything else seems to be the same. The goal seems to be the same. The fears seem to be different. So we have one group or one energy here that the fear is like, how is this going to affect my children? Or how does children play into blending, right? So you're projecting more into the future. And then there's like another energetic signature that is more along the lines of, I already have that part and I'm looking more for this growth. And I feel like this is going focus on this in any way, which like be like adding another person to your experience would be in some way threatening to your spiritual growth. So for the ones that um, maybe that have children, and maybe it kind of gets a little combined there. Okay. And then also, you know, your subjective mind, if your thoughts are overpowering your intuition, I don't think that that's going to be an issue anymore. I think that you need to approach this with a little more self-love. I think you're thinking too much because now I'm thinking too much. Like, I think you're thinking about, like, you're so overthinking this. But can we get, thank you. Yeah. Like you've done the healing, you've done the work. All is well. Stop. Tell your, yeah, all is well. Three Cups, like you've done the healing. It's time to have a little bit of fun. It doesn't have to be super serious. You don't have to play. You haven't even like kissed this person yet. You know what I mean? Like the energy is so brand new with this. It just seems to have a lot of momentum behind it. Not that it's moving really fast, it just seems to have a lot of energetic momentum behind it. It you're in alignment to it. Okay, you're in alignment to it. You're in alignment to it. You've been calling this in. It might not have been intentional. It's been through your self-work. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, it's almost like a gift. Man, you must have had a really rough time. Yeah. Seven, multiple times. Wow. Okay. Yeah. You have had multiple failures here. You have had it rough when it comes to love, but you're not holding on to any of the bullshit. Like you've really done the work to make it better every time, right? You can see that, right? You can go back through your experiences and saw how you became better every time. This is like your gift. You've mastered this part and it's safe to trust. Your intuition will not be affected. As long as you set the egoic mind down and say, shh, no talking, you'll be all right. You don't have to overthink this. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, all right. Let's do, let's get like just a little bit about your person, how your person feels about you, or the person that, how does the person, um, if you kind of have an idea, and I really feel like you have an idea, and I don't believe that this is something that started, and if it did, all right. So Two of Swords for your person's energy. Okay, to the Five of Swords in the reverse. To the Seven of Swords. Is this their past? The Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay. All right. So it looks like your person is kind of struggling. They might be a little blocked as well. It looks like they kind of had a rough past too. Theirs kind of seems like it was more, maybe there was more like, there was more verbal. Um, what is the Seven of Swords about? The Seven of Wands. Yeah, they don't, yeah, your person does not, they're a little bit like clamped up, closed off too. They've been hurt in the past. They don't want to deal with anything that even looks like deception. This includes self-deception here with the Five of Swords in the reverse. They don't want to sabotage themselves. They don't want to be taken advantage of. They don't want to be lied to. Like this is all stuff that happened. Two of Wands in the reverse in the past. Like they are they are hesitant to move. Six of Wands. Yeah, they're like, they're kind of hesitant to even get their hopes up. Tell me about the Six of Wands. And Justice. Oh, I think that they feel like they have a lot to bring to the table. Eight of Pentacles. I think they've done the work too, and they have a shit ton to bring to the table. And they're like, everybody that I, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. Slow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that you guys are like I am I'm super excited about this. So, like, your person is kind of closed off too, right? But they're closed off here. They're very open here, but they're closed off here. Because of their experiences in the past, they've kind of like given up, but not given up. Like they just are kind of like they are looking, they want something that is equal. They want fair. They want they want a reflection of them because they've done the work. They've done the work and they don't want to deal with somebody who has not done the work. They don't want to repeat their past, but they're not focused on their past. They're focused on how far they've come. And they just want somebody to share that with. And it's not even like the Knight of Pentacles to the Devil to the Ace of Pentacles. Like they're hesitating because they don't want to fuck this up. Like they just they're being very discerning with the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. You have another. Okay, so they're either also thinking about like the children aspect, and they either have grown children, right? Something about that kind of is his past experiences. They it's like they recognize the need for independent whatever households, independent, maybe not wanting to blend at this whoever sphere this is about the children, like they recognize that maybe it's from experience or they're just that self-aware. They also think slow is totally fine. Oh, and they're kind of stuck between like what is too slow. You guys are so funny. You should just talk. Like you should just have like a bear all session. This is the type of person you could do that with. Just lay it all out there. Just like all out there. It might be super enlightening. And the great thing about that too is that let's say that you are not in alignment, try not to be too analytical about it. Try to leave the subjective mind out of it as much as you can. The best thing about that is that if there are huge conflicting differences, you get it out there at the very beginning and you haven't messed it up by making assumptions and expectations. I love this. I love this for you. I absolutely love this. So grow a pair, get in there, talk to them about it. It's gonna turn out the way it's supposed to turn out. This says you've already mastered whatever spiritual lesson that you had from before. This is something totally new. It's okay. You do need to forgive yourself. 33 on the timer. So we're just going to get some advice and then we're going to step away from this. The Queen of Wands. Your advice is the Queen of Wands. Go for it. Queen of Wands to the Page of Pentacles. You see the opportunity. You want this. Go for it. And the Two of Swords to the Two of Wands. You're like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, yeah, I want to, but I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do that. Yeah, but I don't really know. You don't have to do, you're overthinking it. Oh, isn't that interesting? Justice to the Queen of Pentacles. That's what your person, that is very similar to the energy that your person brought. And then the Five of Swords in reverse, that is close to their energy. The Three of Wands. Yeah, I think this is saying like go ahead and take action. Take action on this opportunity, right? You're blocking forward momentum here. Or even like think about what your person's going through. Like you can bring something that is equal to their energy. You're not going to bring that, what they've experienced in the past. You guys just need to sit down and talk. That's what it is. Sit down, have a conversation, stop overthinking it, just enjoy it. I mean, what is like acceptance? Accept past and current situations, work through issues with grace. All right, one more. Something fantastic. Fantastic. See and evaluate. Just take the time, put it all out on the table. Passion at the bottom. Don't be afraid to fail. Follow what makes your heart happy. And then we have decisions, putting in the work and resolving issues. Like, I think that you both put in the work. I know I'm like beating a dead horse now, but like, I am like, have no skin in this game, and I am like, like, this is good energy. This is good energy. You could tell because I'm 36 minutes in my relationship once I try not to go like that far. This is good. I love this for you. This is awesome. Okay, that is all I have for you. You are unconditionally loved and supported by the universe. My unconditional love to you as well. Until next time, take care of yourself.